light Taurus-Gemini cusp collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your Capricorn season energy check-in reading. I am super excited to bring this reading out to you all. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Um, Forgive me if the lighting is a little dimmer. We're just going to catch a vibe with how this is all playing out here. Okay, so I hope you can see the cards. If not, it's really more important to just listen to the messages that come through, but that's neither here nor there. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super grateful that you have checked me out. Whenever this reading finds you, so thank you for your cup of rosing forward. Now going to be breath work as an introduction to my reading, so I will be guiding silence, but you are more than welcome to do your own prayers, gratitude practices along with me, or in and breathe out. So my Taurus, our season, and they just feel more geared towards love, or this a little bit more connected to that energy. So what's in this deck here are the planets, um, certain aspects of your natal chart encounter during. Okay. Can I get one more? Thank you. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see if of 50. But this is a phase in our lives. Generally, you can, depending on your lifespan, have about 2 to 3 Saturn returns. Okay, Saturn return happens when Aquarius, you are now in your Saturn returning out of that, or you could be going into it. Okay, so this just seems important because it's that stage in your life. It happens every 27 to 30 years roughly, right? So think about moving from, coming out of your early 20s into 30, right? It's a whole new energy, it's a whole new vibe for yourself. Then you kind of think about that next transition is about 57 to 60, right? Then you kind of get in the more senior citizen type of energy, I guess, or as far as you are above 60. So it's Aquarius or Capricorn, depending on, again, what you process of having your family connected to you. And then you have the divine, like for some spiritually, right? Where are your boundaries? Where are your in spirituality? Okay, best believe when you hit this Saturn return, you will definitely come out of. And last but check the Bottom's guide for the 7 main chakras that I'll pretty much talk about, but we connect to over 100. And then um some of you might have a Saturn in Pisces. Okay, that might be a separate Piscean energy. You learn a lot of tough lessons, a little bit, just escape off into a dream world, reality. And I think that that's exactly what this Saturn return is pushing you into, maybe helping you realize, right, where you've been either running away from the truth of who you are or running away from. Thank you so much, Divine. First card out here, King of Cups. So definitely some of you could have a Saturn in Pisces. Which would mean, yeah, that you are coming into or about to begin that Saturn return period. But I think also, yeah, dictate your actions here, or kind of just analyzing. How can I say that? Like analyzing everything that you've created from your emotions. Like some of you maybe haven't really connected the dots yet, or will be connecting the dots that, right? Everything that may allowing that is like, it is what it is at the end of the day, not beating yourself too much, feel, and the power behind that truth. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Divine. What else do Taurus, Gemini, cuspers need to, as you are analyzing your emotions, right? As you actually start to connect the dots between, again, that pattern or that connection of what you think and the emotion you put behind what you think is what manifests. It's like you realize, and that's maybe why some that you'll kind of absorb in that way. Like, okay, I get why it happened this way, because my mind was thinking one way and my emotion realizing, or what you will we things, or just not aligning your emotions. I think it will be that lesson around mastering your emotions to truly find spiritual alignment. Wands for me as a reader is spiritual energy. It also can be physical energy within the body, having certain pains in your misalignment. And so you'll spend this next 3 years here and lead with this Emperor energy from the guidance that you get from connecting the dots of, wow, every time I made this particular in your spirit, in order to, again, utilize all 4 kings here with the Emperor energy. King energy is about taking action, right? So in order to really take action and to move forward from a whole aligned place. Now with the Emperor, it can also be a lesson in control. Energy that you actually have to decipher, actually have to sort through, actually have to find the truth in order to, but this King of Cups really mastering your emotion period for you. What Taurus, Gemini, cuspers need to know about the 9th house and faith for Capricorn season. Thank you so much. Okay, can I get one more for 9th house faith for Capricorn season? Here, collect here, not let the fear, your desire, your manifestation, yeah, that's fear energy. Ooh. need to get into their throat chakra, because it almost feels like here, collective, the way you either speak about what happens to you or the way that you verbally connect with her, or this illusionment, because right, but that's what this whole kind of fear and shadow energy is about, right? It's how to listen to teaching your shadow, how to point out shadows in other, understanding that all energy alone is illusionary. It can only exist in the illusion that, and so it's a matter of truly facing that fear, facing what you don't know, allowing whatever kind of comes or bigger than any fear that you, right? That you have everything that you need to actually overcome that shadow, to train that shadow, right? To support you as opposed to lead you further and further out. For some of you, this might even just be a struggle with faith. Like there could just be a real fear of God, and not in the reverent sense of fearing God, or in a more sense of like not really being able to connect to source, and out of fear of what that really means. And that might even resonate just for a select few of you, but connecting to spirit in the way that feels right for you. Yeah. No illusion of that devil energy, no longer being used by your shadow. Because now you have the Emperor and the Empress in your spread. So this does feel like you truly coming to terms with your own energy mix, right? Um fear of, and that's sort through what it is you actually feel of being not being so, it's like, and I think it's like, again, like we talked about earlier, it's like these desires that you can much in what you feel, you trust so much in what you feel that action from. So no outside opinion, no external viewpoint can pull you away from what you feel is real. Empress, that mastery of all into play. And for some of you, it's almost like you could have had a vision, or reaching this Empress life might not be shaping out in that way that you saw it, that it's more or less you really conquering your own energy first. It's not a reason to doubt that you are deserving and worthy of what you dream of, that you're deserving and worthy of is if you think you saw it. And so for some, that could be a reason to feed it. Thank you so much, Divine, for these beautiful messages for Taurus, Gemini, Cuspers. What do they need to know about 12th house and escape energy? Thank you so much. Okay. Is my, oh, there we go. Have the first few cards that popped out. Oh, we have a lot more. So we have the 5 of coins. Okay. We have the 10 of swords. We also have the 5 of cups, the page of wands, and the king of wands. And the card that was flipped over facing the 8 of swords. So this is definitely telling me that there is something that you aren't seeing about your own thought patterns here. There's something that is trapping you mentally. And again, I do feel this feeling of being forgotten. It's this abandonment wound towards Gemini that you're really going to be healing and addressing. Also with this King of Cups energy, it does speak about healing energy as well over these next phase of Saturn being in Aquarius or in Capricorn. Yeah, it's like this is the abandonment wound that you'll be. This is where that fear stems from. Having that fear of being left out in the cold, having that fear of being forgotten about, having that fear of not being enough. And then using that fear as an excuse to disassociate from your reality, to disconnect, or to not believe in your own dreams. So I think that's really going to be the truth that you're going to be hit with here. And yeah, it's like that's what needs to transform with the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Like I said earlier, your thoughts manifest once you connect emotion to them. So no longer manifesting from this 10 of Swords energy of being completely exhausted, something being totally draining, right? It's this need to kind of transform and have a rebirth mentally and let go of any disappointment, let go of any expectations, right? In order to have this completion in your mindset. Like, okay, what wasn't, like what didn't happen from those 3 cups was meant to not happen. But again, remember, with the 5 of Cups, just because those 3 cups are spilled, it doesn't mean that you are all out of love or that you're all out of offers. You still have those 2 cups behind you. So the more that you feed mental energy into things that are already dead and gone, things that are already poured out and spilled, the more you emotionally feel left out in the cold here with the 5 of Pentacles, which then pushes you into that need to escape your reality or not truly face the real of what is actually happening in your life. It's almost like keeping yourself distracted so that you continue this cycle here and never truly learn the lesson. But again, Saturn isn't going to let you slide with that anymore, right? It's like some of you are really going to gain this opportunity here with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands to truly mature quickly. So going from this Page of Wands energy where you're in that beginner stage, you're very optimistic, you're very kind of like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, forgive the cliche or the saying, but that's exactly what this is, kind of the undertone of it, right? Into fully understanding your power as a spiritual being and being very connected to that. And again, like I said, no longer manifesting from this place of exhaustion, from this place of depletion, but manifesting from a place of feeling super supported, super connected to the divine here. But it's something about that you're not seeing. And I think it's just you not seeing yourself as capable, or you not believing that you have it in you to fully make this transition from the Page of Wands into the King of Wands. And this is what I'm feeling here, Taurus-Gemini. It's not that you've never been the King of Wands. It's just in this moment in regards to a specific area, or maybe even just a few areas in your life, you find it a bit hard to be optimistic. You find it a bit hard to connect with the divine. You find it a bit hard to rely on the universe to co-create in those areas. And I think, again, it has something to do with your faith. Yeah. Because when the 9th house shows up, it means you're going to have to go outside of your normal pattern of thinking, right? You're going to have to put an end to some sort of cycle of thinking or paradigm or perspective that you have in order to actually come out and change. Not only change what you feed your energy into, but change what you give emotional power to. Because again, like I said, you have the thought, but it's the emotion you put behind the thought that creates the manifestation. So some of you are really going to be learning that. Yeah, really, really going to be learning that here with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. All right. Okay, let's look into your soul lesson. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me soul lessons here. Patience. Okay. What other soul lessons are available for Taurus Gemini? Death, right? Okay. Ooh. And adversity. Ooh. Definite Saturn return energy. Okay, it says adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So you'll definitely be doing a lot of learning here with this Saturn return energy, but it's the adversity that sharpens you, right? Like that saying of iron sharpens iron. It's time to get a little bit more sharp, a little bit more precise, a little bit more keen in your awareness, Taurus Gemini. So embrace the lessons that come, embrace the challenges that arise, because it's only molding you and shaping you into a better version of yourself, okay? Then we have the Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So again, very, very true to a Saturn return, where a lot of things shift for you, a lot of things that you once built a lot of faith in, that you once truly believed, come crashing down with the truth that Saturn holds. Okay, so you're going to be experiencing a lot of transformation, whether that is, again, like I said, with the Ten of Swords, death to a mindset, death to the old versions of you that no longer believe or that have disconnected from the divine in certain areas. Death for some of you to a whole way of life, like an entire lifestyle is coming to an end for you under this Saturn return. Okay. But understand that it's only coming to an end so that new things can begin. And again, there's that patience energy. It says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. This is all divinely orchestrated, whether you want to believe that or not, right? Whether you connect to that or not. But what would really serve you here, Taurus Gemini, is to be patient, not only with yourself, but with these lessons, with this adversity that comes out or comes to you. Right? Saturn's going to be in Capricorn Aquarius for the next 3 years. So this is going to be quite the journey, quite the stretch. But you have everything you need to know. You will learn and gain things that you need to know along the way. So just, again, have patience with your process here. Okay? Alrighty, Taurus Gemini, that is your Capricorn season energy reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful for whatever you may be facing, especially for those going into your Saturn return. Let me know if anything resonated with you, or what you're feeling as far as this reading is concerned, or even just what you're feeling aside from this reading in the comment section below. I will have your oracles posted on our Instagram page soon, so that you can get a deeper look into them, and kind of absorb the energy and maybe even get your own intuitive messages aside from the tarot that we've pulled today. But if I don't see you over there on Instagram, Taurus Gemini Collective, I thank you so much for being here, and giving me your time. Yeah, and I hope to see you in the next reading, okay? Namaste.